Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. The Buddha and his great disciples. Part 3. Buddha Sasana Ciram Tit. May the Buddha's dispensation last long. Today, in last times, we gave the Buddha Sasana, the Buddha's teaching. What are the Buddha's Sasana, the Buddha's teachings? Prayati Sasana, learning the Buddha's teaching. We Buddhists are learning Samatha Vipassana meditations. Sila Samadhi Panya. What is the Sila? What is the Samadhi? What is Panya? Etc. Noble Eightfold Paths, etc. 7 stages of purifications. After learning the Buddha's teaching, we practiced the Buddha's teachings practically. There will be Patipatti Sasana. According to their parami, their practice, they attained Jhana Megaphala Nibbana attainment. They are Pativeda Sasana, or they penetrate the Four Noble Truths. This is called Pativeda Sasana. The Buddha also taught a lot of Dhamma, within the 45 years of his Buddhahood. Then finally, when we divide all of the Buddha's teachings into 3 groups, then one group will be Vinaya Pitaka. This Vinaya Pitaka refers to Sila Sasana. Then the other group will be Sautanda Pitaka. Sautanda Pitaka refers to Samadhi Sasana. The other group will be Abhidhamma Pitaka. Abhidhamma Pitaka refers to Panya Sasana. Oh, in this way, is it? Maybe I will show myself it is better. Okay, who is showing this one? Tamadasi or Janice? The Buddha's teachings. Okay, here, according to the slide presentations, 5 realities. Now we are experiencing the Buddha's dispensation. This is also very difficult to experience the Buddha's dispensation. Why? The Buddha appears in the world very rarely. You know, Donlabo, Bodho Bado, Loka Same, the appearance of the Buddha is very rare. Sometimes, you know, Asankheya, incalculable world cycles, eons, the Buddha never appears. Sometimes only the Buddha appears in the world. That is why appearance of the Buddha in the world is very rare. Now you are meeting the Buddha's dispensation. Number 2, Donlabo Manosada Padilabo. It is also very difficult to obtain to be human life, humanhood. Now you are also human being. Is it? Human being. You can become human being in the world, but without the Buddha's dispensation, many times in many years. But now you became as a human being in the world, then you are also experiencing the Buddha's dispensation. You know, Manosada Bhava Donglabashpa, you can see here, human being in the world only around maybe 17 7,000 million, is it, in the world, around this much. You can count the animals, like the ant or mosquito, even in our monastery, more than this, is it? Yeah. Then there will be many animals, many other beings in other realms. To become human beings is very rare. But now you are a human being. The number 3, Donlaba Kana Sampati or Donlaba Sada Sampati. Sada Sampati. Although you became human being in the world, you are also experiencing the Buddha's dispensation, but you know there are many human beings who don't have faith in the Buddha's teachings, the Buddha's dispensation. Is it? That is why it's very difficult to have the strong faith in the Buddha's dispensation. That is why, although there are a lot of human beings in the world, Buddhists are very rare, not so many people compared to people from the other religions. Only maybe during the Buddha is alive. At the time, there are many noble persons, many Buddhists around the Buddha. When the Buddha Sasana slowly declined, then, you know, Buddhists become less and less in the world. But now you have the faith in the Buddha's dispensation. It is also very rare opportunities to have such of faith in Buddha's dispensation. But now you are the Buddha sent the Buddhist, is it? Number 4, Donglaba Babeja. They are Buddhist. They also believe in the Buddha's dispensation. How many percent ordained as a bhikkhu or bhikkhuni, seali, etc.? How many percent? You can count. Myanmar is the biggest number in ordained persons. But compared to the people, lay persons in the Myanmar, very less. There's not so many ordained persons. Okay, there's no word to describe in other countries. That is why now you are also ordained person, papeja person, bhikkhu, samira, bhikkhuni, seali, etc. You are ordained person. Why? Since you are ordained person, your faith, your saddha is stronger than the other normal lay persons. That is why it is also very rare opportunity, but you are having this condition. Number 5, Donglaba Sadama Wana. Listening to the good Dhamma is very rare opportunity. Now you are listening to the Dhamma. Although they are Buddhist, they are ordained person. It is very rare to learn the real teachings of the Buddha, to study, to listen to real teachings of the Buddhas, to practice the Buddha's real teaching. They are, they are ordained persons in the Buddha's dispensation. Most of them are practicing wrongly. That is why they have sila, even they cannot attain up to the highest level of concentration. Then some may have some vipassana knowledge, but they have no complete teachings of the Buddha in their practice. Then it is also very difficult to realize Nibbana, although they are ordained persons. That is why it is a rare opportunity to listen to the teaching of the Buddha, the true teachings of the Buddha. Okay, now you know the reality. Don't love Buddha, Vado, Loka, Same, don't love no da bo, don't love Kana Sampati, don't love Sampati, don't love Babeja, don't love Sadama Sawana. Oh, then 5 rarity. Now you have these 5 rarities. Then what we are talking is a Buddhasa Sasana, the Buddha's teachings or the Buddha's monument. Last week, is it 2 weeks ago, but we didn't have time to explain some of the Buddha's teachings to you. But now here, Awara Patimokkha is all Buddha's teaching, not only our Gautama Buddhas. Why? For example, the Buddha, later I may explain when there's a conditions. The Buddha appear in the world. Some Buddha lifespan are very long, but some Buddha lifespan are very short, like our Gautama Buddha. Is it? Then, briefly, Vipassana Buddha appear in I think 91 world cycles ago. Later, I will show this schedules later. No? The Buddha lifespan was 80,000 years. 80,000 years. The Buddha lifespan is a very long. During the Buddha's lifespan, Buddha taught a lot of the Dhamma possible, but in Patimokkha, the Buddha teach or recite only 3 stanzas of all the Patimokkha. Also, there are many thousands of bhikkhu in the Buddha's dispensation. They also live in different locations, different places. The Buddha only show Ovada Patimokkha. The Buddha only recite these 3 stanzas of Ovada Patimokkha. 7 years, 1 time only. The Buddha recite only 1 time in 7 years. Then stop for 7 years without reciting. No need to admonish them again. Is it? Why they follow? They follow. No need to admonish them again. You should not make any noise in meditation hall 1 time. Next time go and check. No, not like this. During their time, during such kinds of Buddha time, the Buddha admonished to his disciple by reciting these 3 Ovada Patimokkha 1 time, then stop for 7 years. No need to admonish them again. Then another, when the 7 years, 7 years later, then okay, all bhikkhu sanghas gather at the Buddha's place again. And then the Buddha admonished these 3 stanzas. Then okay, no need to admonish again for 7 years. In this way, the Buddha also gave this admonishment to his disciples. Sikhi visible Sikhi Buddha appear 7,000 years of human being lifespan. Visible Buddha appear 60,000 years of human being lifespan. Also the same, but 6 years one time only reside. Is it? Only Buddha resides. No, none of the reside these 3 things. In this war cycles, the first Buddha is a Kakusanda Buddha. Kakusanda Buddha appear 40,000 years of human being lifespan. Konagamana Buddha, Konagamana Buddhas appear 30,000 years of human being life in this war cycles. They recite these 3 Patimokkha or Patimokkha 1 year only. Then no need to admonish them again. Then they follow. It is enough for them to realize Nirvana or to follow the Buddha's teaching. Kasa Buddha appear 20,000 years of human being lifespan in this world. 6 months, one time only. Gather all bhikkhu gather at one place, and then the Buddha recite these 3 stanzas for their admonishment, Buddha's admonishment. Then they listens to the Buddha's admonishment. No need to remind them again. This is a nature and long the Buddha who have long lifespans. Our Buddha appear 100 years of human being lifespan and short lifespan of the human being. Then what happened? Then the Buddha, only the Buddha stayed 45 years as a Buddhahood. Then the first 20 years of the Buddha, beginning from his enlightenment. Then the Buddha also recited these stanzas to admonish to the all bhikkhu, bhikkhuni, and all his disciples. There are other no? Then Vinaya, Sautanda, Abhidhamma. But we are some part of we are only not fully yet. That is when the Buddha recited only this all other Patimokkha to admonish them, to teach them. But most of them follow. Then that is why we call the body 20 years of the Buddha's sadhana, appearance of the Buddha in the world, many arahanta, many noble persons during this time. Is it? Then what happened? Then later on, some bhikkhuni, they don't follow Buddha's order, Buddha's teachings strictly. Then they break. Even they fall into parajika, apati, but they stay within the community or sangha without confession. Then the Buddha knows this condition, and the Buddha didn't recite this order Patimokkha in the impure audience. Then finally, the Venerable Moggallana found out this person, and he did this from the community or sangha. Then since the time, the Buddha stopped giving all other Patimokkha's to his disciples. Beginning from now, then sangha only recite Anna Patimokkha, Patimokkha, Bhikkhu Patimokkha. Then previously only Buddha recite 3 stanzas. Now Bhikkhu are reciting. The Buddha will never recite these stanzas in impure audience. That is why many immoral audience, immoral bhikkhu, immoral bhikkhuni, samanera, siali, etc. mixed together in this community. At that time, the Buddha will never recite those stanzas. Is it? Okay, what are they? That is why they are all Buddha's teaching. What is? Number one, Sabba Babasa Akarana Kusalasa Upasambara. Sajeda Priyodapana Etam Buddhana Sasana. To avoid all evils. Sabba Babasa Akarana. Then as you know, I already explained before. Is it to avoid all very clear. No need to mention in detail. Kusalasa Upasambara to cultivate good. Just cultivate or accumulate. Only kusala, dana kusala, sila kusala, samatha and vipassana, bhavana kusala, to be higher and higher. This is your responsibility. The Buddha encourages you. Sajjada Priyodapana, to cleanse one's mind, to purify one's mind. Tries to purify your mind from defilement. Is it? Step by step. Step by step, systematically. When you can observe sila, then your mind can purify from the vitakama kilesa. You will not commit, the killing living being, etc., by body or by speech. Then you purify in sila, morality. Then based on sila, you continue to practice samatha or vipassana meditation. Samatha meditation, you can attain, for example, absorption concentration, not concentration, etc. Then you can with those concentration, then your mind will purify from pariyuthana kileta. Pariyuthana means constantly arising ordinary person, Puddhajana mind. Is it? Lobha, dosa, moha. If there's a no kusala, so they will occupy your mind. Then you should do one of the kusala, is it? Then they are arising in your mind constantly. But when you can concentrate on one meditation object deeply for a long time, then you can stay with this concentration without arising or mental defilement. Or pariyuthana kilesa. You can prevent the arising of pariyuthana kilesa or nivarana hindrances. Then your mind becomes more and more purified. Then finally, based on concentration, you contemplate vipassana. Then you also destroy kilesa. Finally, you realize nibbana with the path knowledge. Then path knowledge will completely destroy the respective defilement. Then those kinds of defilement will never appear again. In this way, with the full mega step by step, destroying those defilements. Then when you become Arahanta, Arhata Mega, no more defilement. Become more and more purified. Sotapanna, when they become Sotapanna, they destroy many defilements. They're very purified, very pure, very clear. Sadagami more, Anagami more than the lower person. Arahanta, no more defilement. In this way, you should try to cleanse your mind step by step. See, with the sila, samadhi, samatha, and vipassana, mekha, panya. This is the Buddha's admonishment. Sajjada Priyodapana, this one. Etam Buddhana Sasana. This is the teachings of the all Buddhas, not only one Buddha. Okay, another one. Another one is a Khandi Brahmanta Bodhi Dekha, Nibbana Brahma Vadandi Buddha. Naibabajito Bruba Kadi, Nasamano, Paramitiando. Buddha's teachings, no? Buddhasa Sasana, this one. Endurance, patience is the highest austerity. Be careful. When someone make noisy, they think, why she is disturbing me all the time? Don't think like this. Sometimes they are also doing kusala, maybe without unintentionally they do something. Then be patient. Even they do purposely patient. If you are patient, if you can patient with this, if you be patient with this, then you are overcome. Then she is getting angry or someone is making you to get angry then you also respond with anger, then will never be finished. Is it? Then you will quarrel, then the dispute will be more and more. Okay, Kandi Brahma Tapoti Deka. Then you must be Kandi with everything. Everything, food, accommodation, weather, meditation schedule. Is it? Everything. Then this is also the Buddha's teaching. Nibbana Brahma Vadanti Buddha. Nibbana is a supreme, say the Buddha. The Buddha say, Nibbana is the supreme, unsurpassed, incomparable element. Fine. If you want the highest attainment, Nibbana. Is it? The Buddha says. Every Buddha says. What we are practicing Sila Samadhi Panya, Pariyati Patipati Sasana, is to realize Nibbana. This is our goal. To realize Nibbana with past and fruition knowledges. Okay? Nahi Papajito Prabhakati Nasamanohati Paramvihityanto. He is not a true man who harms another, nor a true renunciate who oppress others. They're very clear. If you are ordained person, bhikkhu, samanera, bhikkhuni, etc., then what? You should not harm others. You should not oppress others. Be careful. Okay? Be careful. Then if you are torturing others, harming others, oppressing others, then you are not true monks, only just wearing the robe in this way. This is also the Buddha's teaching. When the Buddha teach in this way, during Vipassana Buddha time, 7 years, they follow. No need to explain for the basic, but newcomer, only just for newcomer, teach again. Then another stanza, Anubhavado Anubhagado, Pati Maukecha Samvaro, Madhyanyutasa Buddhasame, Pandyancha Sayanasana, Aditeja Ayogo, Etan Buddhana Sasana. Not despising Anubhavado, not despising. You should not despise others, is it? Anubhavado, not harming, don't harm others. Patimaukisa Samvaro, restraint, according to the code of monastic display, follow Vinaya. The Buddha encourage you. Madhyanyutaja Buddhasame, moderation in food. Okay? You should also eat the food with according to your conditions. Moderation in eating. Then you can overcome Tinamita, etc. You will not have Kamachana, Nivarana, etc. If you eat food according to your conditions, moderation in eating. Pandyancha Sayanatana, in solitude, you should find the quiet place, secluded place. Is it? Don't be delightful in community too much. Don't be delightful in a company. Many friends together, then you will talk too much, then your concentration will not improve. Then if there's no concentration, how you will be able to attain Nibbana? Adi said devotions to meditation. Adhijay Deja Ayoga refers to 8 jhana attainment. Tries to attain the 8 attainments. Is it? The first one is actually Pandyancha Sayanasana, refers to Kaya Viveka. Stay alone without associating with others, without being necessary. Stay alone. Even in meditation hall, but you are living alone without talking with others in this way, if not necessary. Is it? Then Kaya Viveka. Secluded in body. Then you also practice one of the meditation objects. Then finally you are successful in meditation, you attain jhana, 8 jhana attainment. Adhijayitecha ayoga. There will be Chaita Viveka, seclusions of the mind from defilement. Then you can stay with the jhana attainment, for example. Then your mind is very quiet or free from the arisings of defilement. This is a Chaita Viveka. Edam Buddhana Sasana, this is also the teaching of the Buddha. Okay, then 3 stanza. During the Buddha time, Patimokkha day, Patimokkha, you know, Buddha, he himself recite Patimokkha to all his disciples. Bhikkhu, although there are some Vinaya rules, but they don't need to recite Anapatimokha during the Buddha who have long lifespan. Then another one, the Buddha's teaching. Okay, we also note. Okay. Cause jam deva Viriyan Chapi Kemato Arada Viriya Hota Eda Isa Buddhasa. Or this is also the Buddha's teaching. Buddha Sasana, no? Then what the Buddha encourage you to follow? Cause jam deva passive idleness or laziness as a fearful. Sure, if you are lazy to do kusala, just now you know the stanza, not to avoid all evils, to cultivate all good, to cleanse one's mind, etc. If they are lazy to do this, what will happen? They will fall into the lower realms, powerful state, health, etc. Then they will experience a lot of suffering. That is why you should perceive laziness as fearful. The Buddha encouraged you, know. That is why don't be lazy. Cause jambaya do data. Viriyan jabi kema do. Viewing effort as a source of peace. You know, Viriyan jabi kema do. If you are striving, diligently, sure, you can attain jhana megaphala nibbana attainment. At that time, you have jhana happiness, vipassana happiness, and megaphala nibbana happiness. They are real happiness. Without practicing diligently, it is impossible to attain such kinds of attainments. That is why you should view heaven effort as source of peace. Buddha's admonishment. Arada Viriya Hota. Oh, that is why striving diligently is for Nibbana. Okay? Arada Viriya Hota, you should try to strive, you should try to practice samatha and vipassana meditation. You should try to accumulate all kinds of kusala to have more and more. Ita Isa Buddhana Sasani. This is the Buddha's teaching. This is the Buddha's admonishment. You understand? Huh? You just follow. Another one. Vivadam Beado Desawa Avivadinja Kimato. Samega Sakila Hota Isa Buddhana Sasani. Another, the Buddha's admonishments to you. Vivadam Beado Desawa perceiving dispute as a fearful. If someone are disputing each other, if bhikkhu Siale are disputing each other, quarreling each other, fighting each other, what will happen? You know, Vivada Mula Sutta, according to Vivada Mula Sutta, bhikkhu quarrel each other, dispute each other. Then his disciple, his follower also split into 2 groups. Then in the same way, his devotee group also became 2 groups. Then the guardian deva become 2 groups. 2 groups. Then what will happen? Deva from the ground become 2 groups. Then finally it separates up to higher Deva, up to Pamaran, except noble person. All become two groups, they fight each other. Now Myanmar is a fight. Even, Myanmar, Bhikkhu also become two groups. Devotee also become two groups. Now so sure Deva also become two groups. That is why if they become two groups, cannot be peaceful. Is this? Cannot be peaceful. Fight each other, killing each other, then sadhana also cannot develop, cannot grow. Most of them, they fight each other and kill each other, they will fall into lower ranks, post-full state. That is why, if they are harmonious each other, then will be peaceful, harmonious. Okay, if they don't dispute each other, non-dispute, then what will happen? They will be peaceful. Then, that is when the Buddha also admonishes you not to dispute each other. See dispute as a fearful, view no non-dispute harmony as a source of peace. To be like this, what should you do? Samagga Sakila, maintain harmony through gentle, kind words. Speak gently, okay? Gently, when you speak sentence to someone, if they get angry, how to do? Cannot. That is why maintain harmony through gentle, kind words. Is a Buddhana Sasani. This indeed is the Buddha's teachings, the Buddha's admonishment. Okay, another one. Pamadam Biado Deswa Apamadinja Kido. Bhawe Thakingika Megan is a Buddhana Sasani. The Buddha also gave admonishments too. Perceiving heedlessness as a fearful, viewing heedfulness as a peaceful. Practice and cultivate the Eightfold Path. This is the Buddha's admonishment, the Buddha's teaching. Okay, this is also very clear. Pamada, heedlessness. If heedlessness means if akusala arises in your mind, then you already forget the objects of meditation. This is called heedlessness. Then what will happen if there is a heedlessness? Most of the time, then where you probably will not any attainment, will go to lower ranks. But apamada means heedfulness. They stay with one good object to have dana, sila, bhavana, kusala in their mind. And this is called heedfulness. Usually for meditation practice, they stay with the one or the kaya, vedana, citta, dhamma object, satipatthana object. Then this is a heedful. They are heedful. Then sure, they will attain higher and higher attainment. Then they will be peaceful. Is it? That is why to remove the pamada, heedlessness, to increase apamada, heedfulness, then what will happen? Bhaveta Gengika Megan, develop, practice, cultivate the Noble Eightfold Path. As you know, Noble Eightfold Path refers to three trainings: Sila Sekha, Samadhi Sekha, Panya Sekha. Okay, then you will attain jhana, mega, nibbana attainment. At that time, then you will be peaceful. Okay, this is also the Buddha's teaching. It is a Buddhana Sasani. Okay, no? Atangika mega. Then another stanza. Samagada Bahu Buddha Arahata Sabba So Sambodhi Arahandi Cha Wanda Mana Namasata. Okay. Many Buddhas, Pachika Buddhas, and Arahants has assembled. Okay? Let's venerate those Buddhas and Arahants. This is also Buddha's encouragement. You know, there are also Buddha in one times, maybe one Samasan Buddha. But Pachika Buddha many times already appear in the world, will appear later. There are also many Arahantas, especially during the times. As long as there's a Buddha's dispensation, there may be Arahanta. Then you should pay homage to them, you should respect to them. Even the Buddha encourage you to pay homage to such kinds of the venerable Buddha, Pachika Buddha and Arahanta. Why? They are worthy of respect by all beings. Then, if you do so, what will happen? Here, especially Buddha, no? Ewan Ajindiya Buddha, Buddha Dhamma Ajindiya, Ajindiya Pasana, Vipakodi Ajindiyo. Buddha are inconceivable. So, says the Dhamma preached by him. Reverence towards the unfathomable Buddha and his teachings yield unthinkable results, unthinkable fruits. The Buddha encourages you. The Buddhas are inconceivable, unthinkable. Is it? They have unthinkable and incomparable qualities. Ewan Buddha Ajindiya. Buddha Dhamma Ajindiya. Buddha Dhamma also the same way. A Dhamma preached by the Buddhas are unthinkable, inconceivable. Ajindiya Pasanana, if you respect the Buddha and the Dhamma taught by the Buddha, Vipakodi Ajindiya, then what will happen? You can obtain the unthinkable results, unthinkable fruit. That is why the Buddha encourages you to respect, to revere the Buddhas and the Buddha's Dhamma. The Buddha encourages you. Is it? Okay. This is the Buddha's encouragement. Okay. The Buddha's, if you follow in this way, what will happen? Then the Buddha Sasana will exist in your mind. Then you will be peaceful, you can escape from suffering. Then the Buddha Sasana, the Buddha's teaching, the Buddha admonishment are very valuable. So, we have responsibility to maintain the Buddha's teachings not to disappear from the world. Is it? How to maintain? 5 fetters, this may Buddha dispensation disappear. You should try to know these. What are they? Here. Not listening to the Dhamma. You know, here only half of the Bhikkhu and Siali, even maybe less than half of Bhikkhu and Siali, who are listening to the Dhamma. Why? They are lazy to come here. Is it? Not listening to the Dhamma. If they are lazy to listen to the Dhamma, then the Buddha dispensation, the Buddha doesn't disappear easily. Then another thing is not studying. They don't want to study the Buddha's teaching. They are lazy. Then what will happen? The Buddha's dispensation will disappear easily. Number 3, not memorizing. After studying, they do memorize. That is very good. Just now I taught, Sabha Babasa Akasana, Kusalasa Upasamara, Sajeda, Priyodabana, Etam Buddhanasana, recite and reflect and follow. How? It will be beneficial. But they are lazy. They don't want to memorize. Then they also don't follow. Then Buddha dispensation will disappear. Number 4, not understanding. After memorizing such kinds of stanzas, they are learning, but they don't understand. Only just recite. Also, the Buddha's sasana will not last for a long time. Number 5, no moral conduct. Okay, they understand after memorizing, after learning, but they don't practically practice. Is it? Moral conduct. They don't follow the duty or the practice. Then the Buddha Sasana will disappear. These 5 factors that make the Buddha dispensation disappear. The opposites are, okay, if you are listening to the Dharma regularly, studying the Dharma, memorizing the Buddha's teaching, also trying to understand the Buddha's teaching, you also practice practically according to the Buddha's instruction. Then the Buddha's Sasana will last long time. Okay. Then another factors that make Buddha dispensation disappear. Number 1, not studying Dharma. They don't study the Dharma. The Buddha Sasana will disappear. Number 2, not preaching in detail. Okay, they have Dharma knowledge after studying, but they don't preach the Dharma in detail. You know, only just briefly. Then what will happen? The Buddha Sasana will disappear easily. Not teaching in detail. You know, they teach. They don't want to teach Sila in detail, Samadhi in detail. Okay, daily practice Vipassana. This is Vipassana. Then what will happen? The Buddha, then Samadhi Sasana already disappear. Even Samatha, there are 40 different kinds of Samatha meditation. They don't know how to practice. Is it? Now we are teaching all Samatha meditations in our meditation center in detail. But you only just practice practically, systematically, successfully. This is your duty. Not teaching in detail. Okay? We are teaching in detail. If they are not teaching in detail, then what is we? No not recite out loudly sometimes, especially in prayer school, recite such kinds of stanza loudly. Is it? Not to forget. This is also good. When we were studying in school, my voice is maybe long, high, how to call, louder than the other students. Is it? Louder than the other students in the class. In this way, can recite, they can memorize easily. Otherwise, sometimes maybe some different conditions. For example, our teacher Tipitaka Yosaro, he also Tipitaka, but he only just memorized in mind without reciting loudly. The number 5, no ponderance deeply. Okay, they also understand, they study, they teach the Buddha's Dharma in detail, etc. But they don't reflect the Buddha's teaching deeply. For example, they study one sutta, Masriparana Sutta. Okay, only when you are going, then you only just know going in this way. But they don't know further, deeply. Then it will disappear. Buddha's dispensation will disappear. Actually, the Buddha didn't refer like this much only. Trying to understand up to Mata Rupa, Paramata Nama state. 5 aggregate, Nama Rupa only. Not Pinyati only. Okay? In this way, need to ponder. Then these 5 will disappear. Okay? If you do opposite of those, then you can make the Buddha's dispensation longer. Okay, another, this one is from Sayuddha Nikaya. Just now is Anguttara Nikaya. This is from Sayuddha Nikaya, studying the Dhamma wrongly. Oh, sorry, this is also another one. Studying the Dhamma wrongly. Number 2, not listening to good advice. Good advice from the elders, no? Now I am giving advice to you. If you listen, the Buddha Sasana will disappear. Samatha and Vipassana meditation practice will disappear. Pariyati, Patipati, Pativedha Sasana will disappear. Okay, rarity, so Dhamma teacher. You know, in the future, the Dhamma teacher will be rare and rare. Will be rare and rare. Very difficult to find. Is it? Very difficult to find. Why? Okay, become rare. This is a natural. Later part of the Buddha dispensation. Number 4, great efforts for gain. Okay, most of bhikkhu follow only gain. They don't want to teach. They want the Buddha Dhamma teachers become rare. Then they follow only just gain. Or they do the how to call social work for lay persons. They only just finding gain. Then Buddha Sasana will disappear. Number 5, quarreling each other. Oh, they are also fighting each other, become 2 groups, even in one monastery, and many groups, even in one monastery. Then even in the one Myanmar, there are many groups, many Nikaya, etc. They fight each other, they are each other. Then become many groups, even in Buddhist, many groups. In this way, Buddhasa now will disappear easily. Okay, this one is from Sayutta Nika Sadhamapati Rupaka Sutta. No respect toward the Buddha. If they don't respect toward the Buddha, towards the Dhamma, towards the Sangha, towards the 3 trainings, then the Buddha Sasana will disappear. Towards concentration, this one refers to 8 attainment. Then many people preach the Dhamma, concentration, jhana concentration is not necessary to practice vipassana, then nobody established. Then we encourage the concentration is very important. Practice. Then, is it? Then we respect towards the concentration. But many people, even they are Buddhist, even they are meditation teacher, they don't respect the concentration. Why? Someone is practicing samatha meditation to attain concentration, even they criticize. Then they don't respect our concentration. Concentration refers to attainment. Then Buddha Sasana will disappear easily. Okay, if there are many Buddhists who respect the concentration, then the Buddha Sasana will last for a long time. Okay. How to make the Buddha Sasana for last long time? Buddha appear in the world. Then a little bit longer, maybe question answer less. Then the Buddha appear in the world. Then the Buddha preach the Dhammacakka Bodhana Sutta and Anatta Lakkhana Sutta to the first 5 bhikkhus, Pancavaggiya. At the end of the 2 sutta, together with the practice, these 5 Pancavaggiya became Arahanta. They also became bhikkhus. Later on, Venerable Yasa and his friends became Arahanta and bhikkhus, altogether 60. Is it? 60. Then the Buddha encouraged them to separate, to propagate the Buddha dispensation around the Jati. Then what happened? As I explained, Venerable Sariputta, Venerable Asji and the other son, Arahanta went to Rajagaha city, son went to the other country, and this way they preached the Dhamma. Then finally, Venerable Sariputta and Moggallana also became noble persons, became bhikkhu, etc. Is it? In this way, the Buddha preached the Dhamma. Since this time, the first 60 missionary arahants, just now 60 arahanta, go to the different places to propagate the Buddha dispensation. Then 60 arahanta bhikkhu went to different places for missionary. Then what will happen? This way, Buddha Sasana become bigger. Is it? Buddha, the whole, then even Savatthi city, there were 70 million people. 5 million people are noble persons. You see, in this way, many noble persons, and even him, Sotabana, Sagatagami, Anagami, etc. Countless noble Deva and noble Brahma. There are many, still many, because of the Buddha teach the Dhamma. Is it? Very valuable. Then, in this way, they separate. Then when the Buddha took his final Nibbana when the Buddha passed away after 45 years of Buddhahood, 80 years of his age. The time, when the Buddha was taking Nibbana, last time I told, Subhadra Bhikkhu from Venerable Mahakassapa disciple, one of Mahakassapa disciple. Then he said, oh, Samana Gautama passed away, take his final Nibbana. During his time, we were afraid of him. That is why, although we want to do, we cannot do whatever we want. But now, he take his final Nibbana, he passed away. Now, we don't need to worry. We will do whatever we want. He announced in this way. Then Venerable Mahakassapa feel sense of urgency somewhere. Then we need to maintain the Buddha teachings, the Buddha dispensation, not to disappear from the world. Then within 1 year, the Buddha's final attainment of Nibbana, then Venerable Mahakassapa lead the first Sanghas Kausa. We call Sanghas Sangayana. All the Buddha's teachings collect and together and make 3 groups. For example, one Vinaya Pitaka, one is a Sautanta Pitaka, one is a Abhidhamma Pitaka. Then they recite the Buddha's teaching. Then all must follow according to Sutta or Dhamma and Vinaya. Dhamma and Vinaya. Is it? Then the Buddha's teaching are Dhamma and Vinaya. Dhamma refers to Sautanta Pitaka and Abhidhamma Pitaka. Vinaya means Vinaya. They all together 3 Pitaka. There are 3 Pitaka. There are all Samatha and Vipassana meditation practice. All 3 training, 7 stages of purification, Noble Eightfold, 4 foundations of mindfulness are there in those Buddha's teaching. Then we should follow according to the Buddha's teaching. Then they decide. How many? The first Sanghas Kausa, Sanghayana, Buddha era, number 1, within the Buddha's Sasana. Count beginning from Buddha's taken Nibbana. Where? Venue, Rajagaha, they gather all 5 Arahanta gather at Rajagaha city. There's a one Pongla mountain and Saddapani Guha. Is it? Saddapani Guha. You can go and see there. In this place, 100 Arahanta gather together and recite all Buddha's teaching, Tipitaka, not to disappear. Follow this practice only. Sila Samadhi Penya. Then Mahakassapa is the chief Arahanta, and this is the first Sanghas Kausa. Okay, who sponsor, who support? This is the first Sangha Kausa. Ajata Satuken. In this way, okay, the Buddha Sasana, okay, nobody can destroy. Anatita Satukamiwa Pavajana. Although the Buddha taught his final Nibbana, the Buddha's teaching are still existing in the world. That is why you just follow the teaching of the Buddha. Then you also meeting with the Buddha. Is it? In this way, then what will happen? Another 100 years of the Buddha dispensation, what happened? Some bhikkhu from Vesali country, Vachi country, they want to destroy Hanwina rule, and some they add some their own idea. For example, here briefly, number 1, Sengi Lona Kappa, the student sought and home. Sought. Okay, sought is actually time sense, can be. But okay, next time if there's no dishes, no curry, then to eat with the plain rice, we should keep the salt. Actually, it is not allowable for bhikkhu. Is it? If you keep the salt next day, you cannot mix with the curry or the any food. Then cannot eat. If you eat only salt without mixing with the other, it is still for bhikkhu. But not for samanera, not for Sayali, for bhikkhu, it is not allowed. Is it? But it is allowable. They keep with the horn. At that time, maybe no cut. They just put on the horn. Okay, in this way, the last one, okay, number 10, Jada Rupa Rajata, using gold and silver. Okay, they also accept money when they offer. They also encourage them to offer money and gold. It is allowable for bhikkhu. Or they say, then what happened? Then Venerable Yasa saw this condition. Then, we have our responsibility to last the Buddha's sadhana longer. Then he lead this again Sangayana. 100 years of the Buddha's era. Then Bennu, Vesali country. Then number of bhikkhu 700 arahanta. Chief Yasa, Venerable Yasa is the chief of those arahanta. Sponsor Kala Soka Ken. Can you understand? Then another one. The third Sanghas costs 2035. 235. Buddha's era. Venues, Patali Buddha. Number of bhikkhu 1,000. 1,000 and chief bhikkhu Maugali Buddha Desa. Sponsor Asoka Ken. Asoka Ken is very famous, is it? Asoka Ken. In this way, they gather together and collect the Buddha's teaching and recite and confirm this is the Buddha teaching. Nobody can destroy. Must follow in this way. In this way, many arahanta are still existing in the world during those times. There are also some immoral bhikkhu. Then, with the bhikkhu Vinaya Buddha's teaching, they despair such kinds of immoral bhikkhus from pure Sanghas community. In this way, they make the Buddha's sasana not to despair. Okay, another one, the Sanghayana. Oh, sorry, during the Sanghayana, the 9 Dhamma missionary, this one is, for example, Venerable Maugali Buddha Data, since Venerable Mahinda to the Sri Lanka, the Sri Lanka Sasana became very bright during this time. Is it? For example, the other Mahathera Arahanta also went to different places. The last one, Sona and Udras to Suwana Bhumi. Suwana Bhumi is they have different idea. Suwana Bhumi is a Myanmar, Monstrate, Stroke. Suwana Bhumi, Thailand say, Suwana Bhumi is a Thailand, Indonesia. Then all Asia country can say Indo-China. Indo-China are the whole area are Suwana Bhumi. Okay. Then Buddhasa become bright in those areas. Fourth Sanghayana, the Buddha Sasana, 450 years. Then what will happen? Yeah, they also recite Sanghayana, the Buddha's teaching, gathering 500 bhikkhus together at the Alu Viharas, Mandalay, Sri Lanka. There you can go and visit in Sri Lanka. There's one cave in this monastery. Then Venerable Chief 500 bhikkhus, Chief bhikkhus is a Venerable Dhammarakita, sponsored by Wadaka. Okay, during this time they also write the Buddha's teaching on the palm leaf. Okay. The fifth Sanghayana, Sangha Kausa, about 2,415 years of the Buddhasana. More than 2,000, around 2,000 years, no? Later, 2,000 years later, they did the fifth Sanghayana in Myanmar, Mandalay, with 2,400 bhikkhu. Then the chief is a Venerable Jaga, sponsored by Mendongken in Mandalay. You can go and find. They also write the Buddha's teaching in stone. This is the sixth Sanghas Kausa, Sanghayana, Buddha's era 2495. Then Rangoon, you can go and see in Yangon, there's a Pasana cave where they are doing Tipitaka examination. The number of Bhikkhu 2,500. Chief is a Venerable Rivata. Later on, Venerable Masoya Searo Surya Bhiwan. Then sponsored by Unu. Okay. During this time, Myanmar is the richest country in Asia. But now, okay, then here, the six Sanghayana, then finish. Then all in Sanghayana, 6 times in Sanghayana, they divide 3 Pitaka. Vinaya Pitaka, the baskets of display, refers to precept sila. Number 2, Sotanda Pitaka, the baskets of discourses, refer to sila, samadhi. Abhidhamma Pitaka, the baskets of admittance, Abhidhamma, as it refers to penya. In this way, with the 5 Nikaya, also divide during since the first Sanghayana time, they had their own duty. For example, Diga Nikaya, long discourse, Venerable Ananda and his students were undertake to memorize, not to disappear. They were maintain Diga Nikaya like this. Okay, Majjhima Nikaya, Venerable Sariputta disciple, they were maintain. They were emphasizing, memorizing Majjhima Nikaya. Then Sayutta Nikaya, Ashen Mahakassapa and his disciples. And Gautara Nikaya and his students. In this way, they maintain the Buddha's dispensation, not to disappear from the world. You know, what is the benefits? Okay. This one especially is for Vinaya rule. The Buddha laid down, put down the Vinaya rules for benefit, for 10 benefits, etc. Not only Vinaya rule for all Dhamma and Vinaya. What are they? Sangha Sotu Daya for the well-beings of the Sangha. Then sure, you follow Dhamma and Vinaya taught by the Buddha, then the Sanghas will be able to stay peacefully. Sangha Sotu Daya, it is good. They were admit, they were confess, they were say, Sangha Pasutaya for the cause of the Sangha. Domenguna, Bogalana, Nekaya, especially, okay, Vinaya and Dhamma, or Vinaya, for example, immoral bhikkhus in the Buddha dispensation. Then Sangha say, then you commit one parajikaru, you are no longer bhikkhu. They dispel such kinds of immoral bhikkhus from Sangha's community. In this way, to, for the rest of recalcitrant, is it? The number 4, Pesalana Bhikkhuna, Fasu Viharaya, for the ease of well-behaved. There are also many moral bhikkhus. If there are immoral bhikkhus in this community, then they will not stay peacefully. That is why when they follow Vinaya rule, then to be able to stay with peacefully, comfortably with pure bhikkhu, then Vinaya is very important. Is it? Dhamma also the same, actually. Some are practicing wrongly, then showing the reference from Buddha teaching. Go away, despair away, in this way, okay, drive away. Data Dhammikana, Asavana, Sambraya, for the resting or change or present life. In this present life, you know, there are also a lot of danger, a lot of things, etc. Then if they follow Dhamma and Vinaya or the Buddha's teaching, what will happen? Data Samarana, Asawana, Sanwaraya, okay, they can restrain, they can prevent such kinds of dangers not to come. Then also in the future, Sambarayikana, Asawana, Badikadaya, Abasanana Basaraya, number 7. Okay. Abasanana Basara to give rise to confidence and those without it. Abasanana Basaraya. Then if they are following the Buddha's teaching, Dhamma and Vinaya, what will happen? Although they are non-Buddhists, they have no confidence in the Buddha's teaching, but they will also have faith in the Buddha's teaching. Or they are practicing in such kinds of practice. It is not easy to practice. For me, cannot practice, or they will say. Is it? You know, even during the Mendo, the what will I say? Although some bhikkhu, some young bhikkhu are doing some a little bit unsuitable behaviors for bhikkhu. At that time, what he said? So they are doing such kinds of minor abati, committing minor abati. Actually, I revere them, I respect them. Why? They can stay without eating in the dinner, in the evening. They can stay without wife for whole life. I cannot stay, he said. That is why with these two quality, I already respect them, he said. Is it? Number 8, Pasanana Bhavaya. Those who already Buddhist, who have faith in the Buddha dispensation already. Then when they see Bhikkhu, Samanera, ordained person are following the Buddha's teaching correctly, then they become, they respect the ordained person more and more. They have strong faith in the Buddha dispensation more and more. In this way, is it? The number 9, Sadama Titiya. Sadama Titiya for the congregations of the true Dhamma. Then continuance of the true Dhamma. Okay, to last the true Dhamma longer, the Buddha Sasana longer. Sure. Then Vinaya Nukaya for the benefits of the training. To suppose the Dhamma and Vinaya not to despair. Buddha and Ciram Tit to make the Buddha dispensation last long. Since the Buddha appeared in the world, until now, Buddha and his great disciples are making. Buddha and his disciples made the Buddha's dispensation last long, not to disappear from the world. Then now, our responsibility. Is it? Our responsibility. Then all our elders, our brother already made the Buddha dispensation last long, not to disappear from the world. Now, by following the Buddha's instruction, the Buddha's teaching, taking the example of our brother, our elders, then you should also follow the Buddha's teaching, not to disappear from the world. To make the Buddha dispensation last long, may the Buddha's dispensation last long. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu,
sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Sayadaw, very much for your teaching today. The first question, Vandami Sayadaw, most of our conversations in daily life can be considered meaningless or frivolous. And most frivolous speech do not have bad intentions. What kind of speeches are considered sampa pala vacha kambata? Okay, frivolous talks with such strong lobha or dosa as to create the resultant at birth linking. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sampapalapa vasa. Okay, one of the useless speech. Sampapalapa vasa is a useless speech. They are talking the useless speech, which is not suitable for not beneficial, which is not beneficial. Beneficial. Then Kamapata me by these kinds of things. Okay, briefly, by seeing such kinds of things, maybe others will they destroy others' welfare as well as their welfare. Okay, then it is considered Kamapata. So Kamapata me which can lead to be repaired lower destination, lower ranks. Is it only just sometimes only just talking, sampapalapa useless, only just for short times, for example. Although it is useless, but not so effortless to destroy both welfare, others' welfare and also their own welfare. At that time, okay, this is a sampapalapa useless speech, but not so serious. If they use the useless frequently many times, because of useless speech, it is not beneficial for both. Not beneficial for both. To me, okay, even will destroy their welfare, also many akusala will grow. Then it is considered okay, karma pata. It can produce, it results be reborn in low destination. Okay, and this you can remember briefly. Okay.
Thank you, Sado.
Yes. Wandami, Shadow. Please, Shadow, please explain. I think it is regarded with the last 2 weeks session, Shadow, because Shadow mentioned about the ocean. The water of the ocean will not decrease or will not like the overflow the limit, Shadow, because even though many water from different rivers came to the ocean, but as we know that in the Atlantic, in the Atlantic, the ice is melting down, and many of the land has already overflowed by the water. So is it true that when that the ice is melting down, the world will be flooded then?
This one is the oceans were not overflows at the boundaries, but this is in some parts, some ice mountains also fell down into the ocean. That is why the water come out, overflow at the boundaries. Then how to do? Okay, sometimes because of in normal condition, according to nature of the ocean, it will not have overflow at the boundaries. But if there's an abnormal condition, it will happen like this. Okay, the Buddha does not also the Buddha dispensation also, normally they will not break the, especially noble persons will not break the linear rules like the oceans, etc. This one's an abnormal condition. Okay, abnormal conditions, not normal conditions.
Question.
Is there a practitioner who can mix samatha and vipassana, mix together and practice, and how to differentiate them in order to practice?
Samatha and vipassana, how to differentiate?
Yeah, by mixing samatha and vipassana to practice.
And that's why what they want to know is okay. Then I will explain 2 things. Then maybe what he want to what he means is maybe according to Yuganada Sutta possible. Or sometimes Yuganada ways. How to mix together me, for example, okay, explain according to Yuga Nata only. Yuga Nata is a samatha. Okay, so for example, anapana. They enter into anapana, the first jhana. This is a samatha. Imagine from the first jhana, he contemplates this the first jhana, nama dhamma only. As anicca, dukkha, anatta, and vipassana stage. In nama rupa prasida jnana state, they are analyzing nama, citta and cittasika in this the first jhana. Pay attention, they are respective characteristics, etc. Then there will be vipassana. Contemplating as anicca, dukkha, anatta, there will be vipassana. Is it? Okay, this is samatha and vipassana. If you understand this in the same way, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, the other Tinkasina 8 or etc. also the same way. This is called samatha and vipassana. Okay, another one. Another one is a samatha yanika person. Samatha yanika person, they practice one of the samatha meditation like anapana or asukha according to their temperament, charita. When they are practicing one of the samatha meditation subjects, this is called samatha meditation. Then they attain up to jhanas concentration, upachara samadhi or appana concentration state. They are entering into upachara samadhi or appana samadhi, taking their respective meditation objects. There will be samatha. Imagine from this, then they contemplate any nama rupa object, maybe jhana, nama, dhamma, or rupa, or any even non-living things. As anicca, dukkha, anatta, there will be vipassana, samatha and vipassana. Then especially all 5 aggregate, no? They are contemplating the as anicca, dukkha, anatta. There will be vipassana, okay? Samatha and vipassana. For Sutta Vipassana Yanika person, they say, actually, Sutta Vipassana Yanika, they practice only pure Vipassana, not Samatha. Because they also have to analyze Nama Rupa as they really are. To be able to analyze Rupa, then they start to practice 4-element meditation. Okay. They can say this is not real Vipassana yet. According to the sequence of meditation practice, they had to dispel the 5 hindrances from their mind with their sense concentration. Then practice 4-element meditation in their body, pay attention, earth element, water element, fire element, and air element. Air element. That time, they could not see Paramatha Rupa immediately. They will see Penyati as a Penyati. Why at least a Samuha Penyati? Is it? In this way. Then finally they can focus on these 4 elements for a long time. They attain higher level of concentration at that time. Up to this stage can say as a samatha. But why? They cannot see real ultimate reality, real nama rupa. That is why cannot say as a vipassana. Then later on, they see kalapa, small particle, they can continue to discern earth, water, fire, wind, hardness, flowing, heat, supporting. And those kalapa, then they start to discern Paramatha Rupa, ultimate materiality. But can say it is a vipassana. But there will be Nama Rupa Prasida Jnana only. Then later on, can continue to contemplate the as anicca, dukkha, anatta, pay attention, their rising passion, etc. Then there will be vipassana. Okay, in this way, can see samatha and vipassana. Okay, what is the samatha? Samatha usually take Penyati objects. Vipassana will take only Paramatha objects.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw. Questions, Bhante Sayadaw, in which Samma Sambuddha of the 28 Samma Sambuddha has the longest and the shortest time of Buddhasasana? Why it can be happen?
Why it can be happen? Then if we explain this one, then wait, the Buddha wants the Buddha's dispensation. Later, if I have times, then I may show this one with their lifespan. Is it? It's a Buddha dispensation. But this one, okay, the 28 Buddha, later I will show their biography, no? Buddha biography, briefly later, not now. Now, when you said 28 Buddha, Samasan Buddha has the longest and also the shortest time of the Buddha Sasana. Oh, okay. Sorry, this one briefly, okay. 100,000 years of lifespan. The Buddha will appear there. This is the longest one. Then 100 years, no? 100 years of human being lifespan, the Buddha will appear, like our Gautama Buddha. This is the shortest one. Shortest one. This is a lifespan. But their generation is different. If the Buddha lifespan is a very long, like 100,000 or 80,000 years of lifespan, like Upasi Buddha, that time they have no generation, only 2 generations. Present disciples and another present disciples. Then after that, all disappear. Buddha dispensation disappear. This is during the long lifespan or the Buddha's dispensation. Then short lifespan, like our Buddha, then many generations remain, although this short lifespan. That is why I can consider Buddhasa and Ciram Tit Buddhasa will last long time. Refer to this generation, not refer to age actually. Refer to many generations. Short lifespan, Buddha's dispensation will have many generations, generation by generation, like here. But Buddha, who appear in long lifespan, will not have too many generations, only 2 generations remain. After the Buddha dispensation disappear. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, should start our Dhamma discussion and sharing our merits to all beings. Repeat after me. Idame punya.
Idame punya.
Asawakaya.
Asawakaya.
Wahang hodu.
Wahang hodu.
Idame punya.
Idame punya.
Nibbanasa.
Nibbanasa.
Sejayo.
Lacheo. Hodu.
Mama punya baga.
Mama punya baga.
Sabha sadhana.
Sabha sadhana.
Ajemi. Sabe. Besama. Punya baga. Labandu. Sadhu.